Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? Welcome to Coming Apocalypse. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. This is the amazing online church, of course, and we're studying Bible prophecy and what's going on around the world. Jesus certainly is coming. He said in the Bible that in the last days there would be earthquakes in divers places. Just didn't think it would shake Boston. Let me tell you all about it in just a second. But first, guys, there's a cutting edge 2024 study that reveals nearly half of all adults in the United States have high blood pressure. According to the CDC, only about 1, in 4 adults have their blood pressure under control, putting millions of people like you, me, at risk for a heart attack or stroke, of which I've had both. Thankfully, my blood pressure is stabilized and my cholesterol is way down to normal, but it's taken a lot of work. And it really does help to have some supplement help. Matter of fact, right here, this is incredible. Go to www.boostwithpaul.com. That's www.boostwithpaul.com. The reason is, guys, is because this is a triple action formula that will help your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and manage your weight, which I am doing, and I've lost a couple more pounds. It's a triple action formula packed with clinically proven, all-natural ingredients like white mulberry leaf and cinnamon bark powder. This powerful formulation is designed, guys, to support the balance of your blood sugar levels and keep your healthy weight at a comfortable level. Listen, do it right now. Go right now to www.boostwithpaul.com. That's www.boostwithpaul.com. You'll be glad that you did. I am happy because I have now lost 22 pounds. And I've done it over a 4-month period. So it's a gradual, the diet has changed, and cholesterol's great. Blood pressure's great. I feel great. You look great. What? I mean, but things are still shaking and quaking. The devil's back is breaking. My mind is aching. We're not faking. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ, I can tell you. And so we are keeping a close eye on all of it right now. We've had a major earthquake. First, they said it was a 4.1, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, 4.1. Downsized it now to 3.9. It hit at 10:22 a.m., so, 50 minutes ago. It was felt in Boston, Massachusetts, in a big way. It was very shallow. It was only 8 miles underground, according to the U.S. Geological Survey depth chart. It hit, though, in York Harbor, Maine. York Harbor, Maine is where this earthquake hit. And that's right down there in the southern little corner there of Maine. You can see in the map behind me right there, just above Boston, okay? Just above Boston, but right there in Maine. They felt it big time in Boston. Matter of fact, one of the anchors on WBZ-TV, executive producer Terry Ellison, said, things began to shake. We felt it, significant shake, because of how shallow it is, and because of the fault line running right into Boston. Let me just say something to you. Yeah, it's called York Harbor in Maine, and pretty amazing. The shaking could be felt for several seconds. And in the newsroom of WBZ-TV, my house shook pretty well, said David Wade, an anchor of WBZ-TV there in Boston. Matter of fact, everybody felt it in Boston and in southern Maine. Also was felt in Vermont and was felt even in New York. So wake up, everybody. Here we go. And Jesus said these things would happen in the last days. He even talks about great earthquakes in the book of Revelation that will happen in the end times. But even if you go just to Matthew 24, When Jesus was asked, can you tell us the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Jesus said, look, you're going to have all kinds of signs. I'm going to give you a few. He said, you're going to have, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name and say, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And I think they're going to use AI as part of that. AI will be driving miracles, insuperable problems to be fixed, miraculous calculations, but also call fire down from heaven, deceive man with holographic images, even a fake alien invasion, as far as we know. But we're going to see the Antichrist. He's going to have an image that everyone has to bow to, that can speak and make decisions and decide who lives and who dies and what's going to take place. Listen, Jesus said, many false Christs will come and they'll deceive many. You'll hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. We see it every day now. And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. And all of these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? So, and then the persecution really kicks in on Christians and Jews. And it gets worse and worse as this new world order is being established. There's a reason for internment camps. There's a reason for global surveillance. There's a reason for changes in the laws and the policies. There's a reason for high-tech weaponry. It's all expanding quickly now, very quickly. Very quickly. Matter of fact, if you haven't seen our webinar it's still going. You haven't missed a thing. You can get your ticket right now. Go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's paulbegleyprophecy.com and get your ticket for this webinar, or you can pick up the phone and call 765-414-2230. The name of the webinar is Trump, AI, and the Cyber Society. And we certainly are witnessing incredible events right now, folks. Witnessing incredible events globally now. There's interaction, especially since the new Trump administration came in. There's a ton of international reaction to Trump and his deportation efforts, and how some nations are not wanting to participate, like Colombia and Brazil a little bit, and Guatemala, but they're quickly coming around when they don't want to deal with tariffs or being shut down with access to the Panama Canal. There's a lot of things that's happening right now, and so people are starting to quickly get into line. We're going to wait and see how this all shapes up, because you can see law and order is being in a process of being restored across America. But these prophecy signs, like earthquakes, are you serious? Sandman says, I live in York County, Maine. Oh, yeah, my house shook. All right, so there's an eyewitness right there, a firsthand account. The Sandman, we're glad for you, and we're glad your house is still standing. But that's a wake-up call. He lives right there in York Harbor, Maine, right there in York County, and he definitely felt it. His house definitely was shaken. The earthquake, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, was only 13.2 kilometers deep. That's about 8 miles deep. So it's a very shallow quake. So if you get a 4.0 earthquake and it's only that shallow, you will feel it. You will feel it. BP Earthwatch just popped in, said Mike's info on the webinar needs to be listened to very carefully. It is important. Thank you, BP. I'm glad you brought it up, because it really is. So was your presentation. BP's presentation was great. But you notice there what he's saying. You need to listen to Mike from around the world's information on this webinar very closely. It is important. All right. So we've got a lot going on. You can get your ticket over at paulbegleyprophecy.com, or you can pick up the phone and call 877. No. I got to get my brain working. 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. There was a ton of very important information in this webinar. And you're right, BP, you are right. Mike, you got to listen closely because, of course, he talks sometimes in cryptic conversation, but you'll get it. You listen closely and then do a little research on it. You'll find out. This is incredible time. And remember when Mike, and I think BP's even talking about, but you remember when Mike talks about the fault line that runs in the East Coast? And he's always concerned about this. He says people don't understand, but the fault line, and there's more than one, that's up in the Northeast. And this is maybe the beginning of the shift. And then when you talk about when the pole is shifting, according to BP, I believe it's shifted about 151 or 152 miles, like that. It's gonna cause weather pattern changes. You're gonna have snow in southern Mississippi and southern Alabama and northern Florida. You're gonna get 10 inches of snow in New Orleans, but then you're gonna get droughts in strange places like New Jersey, and then you're gonna have earthquakes in weird places like Maine, and then of course it changes also the believe it or not the jet streams, the current flow of the air and of the oceans. And this drastically affects the weather patterns. So, yeah, we're living in the end times, guys, and it's not going to get better. It's not going to stop. It's going to continue to accelerate. So, according to the U.S. Geological Survey right now, a 4.1 earthquake hit in southern Maine, in York Harbor, Maine. It was felt tremendously. There it is, the eastern edge of the North American craton. It moved. Did the same when it shook the Washington Monument. I remember that. And the southern tip of the craton is in New Madrid Fault. That's really good to know. Thank you, BP, because you see, this is, how long has it been, guys, since the New Madrid Fault line gave way? 1812, really. We've had little minor things, but I mean, 1811 and 1812, there were 5 mega quakes. They ranged between 7.8 and 8.2, 5 of them. 5. 3 of them were in December of 1811, and 2 more big ones in, I think, February of 1812. 5 major, and it reshaped the entire Mississippi. It just absolutely changed the landscape. And we haven't had, it's been basically dormant then now for 200 years, a little over 200 years. So it is due, baby, due. And now you're seeing the shaking going on and the shifting in the Northeast. Wow. Shelter me, Lord. We need to read Psalms 91. Shelter me, Lord. The Bible's coming to pass. Are you serious? The earth can shake, the sky come down, the mountains all fall to the ground. But I will fear none of those things. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Dark waters rise, the thunder pounds, the wheels of war are going round, and all the walls are crumbling. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Hide me blow, the rain can pour, the deluge break, the tempest roars. But in that storm, my spirit sings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. You call for me someday when time no more shall be. And I say, death, where is your sting? Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Oh, that's why we need Christ in our life. The birthing pains of the second coming of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. He's coming soon. The earth is changing. The earth is shaking. The earth is quaking. The sun is baking. My mind is aching. The devil's back is breaking. And it's shaking in Maine and Boston. What? Hide me underneath your wings. Hide me deep inside your heart. In your refuge, cover me. The world can shake, but Lord, I'm making you my hiding place. Now on that day, you call for me. Someday when time no more shall be. Well, I say, death, where is your sting? Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Oh, that's right. I'm serious. That's, the guy that really originally sung that is a guy named Tad Bonet. He's a Cajun. Incredible song written. And really, it's telling you that you're not going to stop the birthing pains of the end of days and the coming of Christ. And the signs are everywhere. But it's also telling you that the reason that you're going to see these things is because the earth is going to go through a transformation. It won't be destroyed with water like it was before in Noah's day. It will be destroyed literally by fire. But the process causes trepidation everywhere. The sun is already proving this. And so this is why we watch those solar flares and those CMEs. We have to watch all of the traumatic events taking place on the planet. And also you have to look at the corruption of humanity and the corruption of governments. This is all part of it. This is why the Bible tells us in Psalms 91 that we should dwell in the secret place, of the Most High. And then you can abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Okay? Put your faith in the Lord. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways Acknowledge the Lord, and he will direct your path. But my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. This is why we need to know, okay? Because we're still here. We're still on this planet, and our families are still here with us. So my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. This is why programs like this one and over at bpearthwatch.com, over at his channel, his website, or his YouTube channel. This is why some of the others that do such a great job with prophecy and others with weather situations and geopolitical issues, we're watching it right now. It's heating up, so keep your eyes open. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. I'm glad everybody's okay in Boston, but there's a shakeup. There's a whole lot of shaking, folks, going on. Are you saved?